Alright, hey you guys, this is TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Tokyo Ghoul Route A Episode 9, City and Waiting, and oh my god. This episode, it hurt my heart so bad. I always say this, I was not prepared at all for this episode. This episode was so freaking epic. Yoshimura, he's just, oh my gosh, he's so BA. And then Koma and Arimi as the devil ape and the black dog, they went the freak off. Oh my god, just was not prepared in the slightest for what happened in this episode. It was so fucking amazing. Oh my god, really just was, oh my goodness. And then of course we see, like, there were so many things that it pretty much followed the manga to the T until the part when Touka tried to leave. And of course, like in the manga, Yomo didn't let her leave, but in this version she did. And somebody put the thought into my mind, I'm not even going to mention any names, put the thought into my mind that they showed a picture, like when Tokyo Ghoul Route A was about to come out, they showed a picture of Kaneki like holding a body in his arms, and it was like covered with a blanket or a tarp or whatever. And somebody put it into my mind, since they changed it for Touka to like leave to go to Antiku, that it's a possibility that might be her that's underneath the blanket. But then I think of other things that happened in the manga that I'm not going to mention, because then it would give it away. It would give away like what what might happen in the future, so I'm not going to talk about that. But it's just so many different things. But other than that, this whole episode was pretty much to the T for the manga, and it was just so freaking amazing. I wish I could have reviewed this yesterday when I put up my video. And I also want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers, and also want to give a big thanks to JB Dochiha for putting me out there. But just this episode was so freaking amazing. It hurt my heart so bad. Yoshimura is so freaking awesome. Oh my god, I can see how he became a triple S rank ghoul, because he just destroyed everyone in his path. He cleared a path for himself. Oh my god. And then watching like Koma and Arimi take off and all of their little lackeys take off with them, this episode was freaking awesome. Oh my god, just the amazingness that happened in this episode. I fangirled all over the place. Well, I was trying not to because I'm at work. As you can see, I'm in my car. But just this episode, I honestly don't know what to say. It was just, this episode was so freaking awesome. Oh my god. Yoshimura is freaking amazing. And then of course I was happy that they showed the part with Takezawa, because Takezawa, like in the manga, they showed him, he was like, he went home to see his mom, and I think in the manga he like talked about his mom at one point, but he went home to see his mom, and his mom was like, this is new for you to be here, something must have happened for you to come home. He was like, nah. So then it turns out that they're launching that big scale mission to invade the 20th ward and take down the people in Antiku, and Takezawa's name was on the list, and he, like, they gave him the paper to write his, pretty much his will and testament, and he just took it hard. Like everyone else, like they showed like Suzuya, and they showed Shinohara, they showed Kuriowa. I cannot pronounce his name to save my life. They showed like Arima and just everybody. They showed everybody like writing their will and testament. Like Arima, he always leaves his blank because he can never think of what to put in it. Like he's always thinking of what to write, but he always ends up leaving it blank. Shinohara was talking to Suzuya, and he was pretty much telling Suzuya that you should write your will and testament, even if it's just to give thanks to your comrades and all this blah blah blah. And at one point they showed Suzuya, he was sitting like on top of a building, and he turned it into a paper airplane and threw it. And that was when Kaneki saw it, and it floated past the screen, which showed that they had cut off the 20th reward from everybody. They evacuated all the citizens, and they were about to do a large scale attack. So Kaneki started like flipping out. Well, he didn't flip out, but his eyes got real big, and he looked like it was like shit was about to go down. And then they showed like Kaneki standing on top of the building, and he was about to go, and Tsukiyama confronted him and was trying to, like, pretty much going to kill him. He said that if you're going to go down there, I might as well just kill you now, blah blah blah. And then of course Kaneki, being the BA he is now, he was just dodging him and all this kind of stuff. So Tsukiyama was like laying in a puddle of his own tears, asking Kaneki not to go, and Kaneki was like, thank you for trying to stop me, but I'm sorry, I have to go. And then of course they showed like Touka running toward Antiku. They also showed Amon, I could not remember his name for a minute. Amon and Akira talking, like Amon was talking to one of his former classmates that got killed, and Akira walked up and they were having this whole conversation about like Mato and her mother. Kiryu and her mother were in a group together with Marud, and that was when the owl appeared, and they were going to have to like fight off the owl, but well, her mother was the strongest one out of all of them, so she brought up the rear, and I guess he killed her. So Mato, he was dead, like he was obsessed with owl for the rest of his life until he died. So Akira was like, she's going to take over his vengeance, and she's going to make sure that when she confronts the owl that she's going to choke him until he's pretty much lifeless. Which, if you think about it, it would mean her having to choke out Yoshimura. So that's kind of conflicting, because I guess it just really depends on what side you're on, whether you like Yoshimura or you like Akira, whether you like the CCG or whether you like the ghouls, because they're both killing each other. So this whole episode was just, it hurt so bad, but I was so like, it made me tear up a little bit. I was like, I wasn't ready at all for what happened in this episode, but I already knew what was going to happen, but just like seeing it in front of me was kind of awe-inspiring. And then seeing Touka actually go to Antiku, which means that she might actually try to do something, which all this time, like when she used to be so feared, now she's just like this lame-o that goes to school every day, which is nothing wrong with that. But Touka, she was like one of the most feared people. She scared me a little bit in the first episode, but now she's so like non-existent. And the fact that she was running and she was like, I'm not gonna lose anybody else, all these people like Koma and Arima and Arimi and Yoshimura, they're all not going to die. And she was like, I have killed people too, so I deserve to have my sins atoned for too, blah blah blah. So yeah, just this whole this episode, it hurt my heart so bad. But I'm so ready. I'm so ready for next week's episode. Next week's episode is going to be so freaking awesome. Oh my god. Just not prepared. But anyways, so as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about the way things turned out? But please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.